Okay, so I think I'll just start, guys. I'll just, officially start as we wait for Unoro to come through. Okay, so hi, guys. My lighting today is not great, so don't judge me, don't bite me. It's a bit cloudy, okay? It's just a bit cloudy. But anyways, welcome to my IG live. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sipiano Mtandazo, as you guys already know. So on today's live, I am going to be talking to Nolukhanya. I call her Nolu, so don't get confused when I start saying Nolu in like during the chat. Anyways, so we're going to be talking about wellness and fitness, and we're also going to just run through her journey of wellness and fitness and some tips that you guys can actually take home and implement going forward in your wellness and fitness journey. Ne? So yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, thank you to everyone who's joined in for now as we wait for Unolu. So yeah, while we wait for her to come through, I'm just gonna do like a quick introduction. So Unolu, her full name is. Hi. Yo, why is
Hi.
my side of the bed showing now? I can't have my side of the bed showing. What's wrong with this thing? What is wrong with this thing? What's wrong with this thing? Okay.
I've
Okay.
had
Okay,
out
we're
of
ready.
house. It's a mess. So I'm like, nah, it can't happen here.
I'm telling you, ish. Anyways, I was still introducing you, and then I decided to add you onto the chat. So her full name, guys, is Nolukhanya Madlingozi. She's 27 years old, and she is a second-year student doing BA. What's BA? What does BA stand for? In communication. Is
Art.
it a bachelor degree? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Anyways, don't judge. So, you are currently juggling between three very hectic things in life. So you are a student, you're a new mom, and you're also working. Ne?
Yeah.
And in all that, there's still your fitness, which I know is running all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways,
All the time.
but anyways,
All
but anyways, in a nutshell, I think that's I've introduced you well, ne?
yes, definitely.
Is that baby in the background? What's wrong with this baby? Can you have
Oh,
5 minutes of peace?
I had to be like, I'm coming back now. Uh, but they're busy. They're doing everything that I couldn't get to. So yeah.
They'll be fine. They'll be
He
fine.
will
Anyways, let's get right into it so that we don't keep him waiting for too long. So we'll try and keep it short. I know I talk too much, so we may get carried away. But I'll
like,
try. I'll try, I'll try. Can you move your phone a bit because the top of your head is cut?
let's see what I
That looks better.
yo guys, we need these things that make
I know. I have yeah, that's perfect.
yeah.
That's perfect. Okay, this is like one. This is like one. Okay, so I think let's get right into it. Right, maybe I'm gonna go to cute already, you know.
Whoa! I won't shy pal. Oh, don't be like that.
Okay. It's cool. Okay, so anyways, yeah, let's get right into it. I think first, let's start by what's your definition of wellness? Like,
Yeah.
if you were to define wellness, in your terms, in your world, how would you define wellness?
For me, it's as simple as that. It's your it's your wellness holistically, mental,
Mhm.
physical, spiritually.
Mhm.
So basically, wellness means taking care of all of that at once. It's hard, it's not always easy. Like, it's so easy to neglect the one, focusing on the other. And but it's a balance of trying to give your attention holistically as a person, you know. So for
Yes.
me, that's what wellness means. it means you are whole as a person and you are well as a, however which way you do it, whether it's through exercise, it's through yoga, it's through meditation, it's through whatever. So basically that's what it means for me. Yeah. So
Got you. I love that. You can
um
continue.
yeah. So and also that also includes your daily diet. I hate the word diet. Um
Yeah,
basic
but the thing is, you know why you hate the word diet, ne? It's because
yeah.
when we think diet, we always think losing weight.
Yes, yes.
Because
But
it's been so associated with losing weight that we
yeah,
always think losing weight. But it's not. Diet
yeah,
just means what you eat daily.
yeah. So basically, eating foods that are for your body, right? Foods that will show
Mm.
on the outside as well. So yeah,
Yes,
that
definitely. Definitely. I love that you touched on spiritual and emotional.
yeah,
Because we always tend to think when we think wellness, we're talking about what you take in, which is what you eat, and we
yeah,
always think exercise. Are you going to gym?
yeah,
What? Are you jogging? Are you exercising? And we forget ukuthi wellness doesn't necessarily mean just those two things, but you have to also be emotionally well, be at a space where you're at peace, whatever is happening in your world emotionally, spiritually, and also mentally. I
yeah,
think that's also why they do all this mental awareness and mental wellness campaigns, just to remind us, as in, wellness doesn't just necessarily mean exercise and
yes.
eating. Yeah,
Mm,
well,
mm,
it's very holistic, and I love that. I love that. So let's just try and dissect each kancane before
mm.
we move on to fitness. So when you said emotional wellness, so if we were to dissect an emotional, how do you check if you are emotionally well, basically, as a person, as an individual, so to say?
So being emotionally well is being able to find balance
Mm,
when your emotions are high or emotions are low, or rather um, finding yourself a coping mechanism. So
mm,
what that means is that over time, once you've done that, it becomes so automatic that
mm.
it is your way of living, right?
Yes. Mm, mm,
A typical example, I mean, I know we probably will come back to this ultimately. Typical example is um, throughout my daily routines, I get to a point where I get really tired. And when I
mm,
do feel tired, automatically it 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 it, it becomes as though there's my whole world is falling apart. It's really not the case. You're just tired. And
mm,
it's at that point where
mm,
I find some sort of balance for my emotions. So what I automatically do is I know for sure the first thing I probably need to do is go for a run or go to the
run.
gym,
Yes.
something like that. And
Yes.
after that, I find that I feel a whole lot better. So,
Yes.
but for other people, it means other things. It means listening to music. It means reading a book.
Mm,
It means
yes.
going for a walk. So
Mm.
basically,
Oof. Why the Netflix doing me like this now?
are we back?
Hi. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're back. So you were
Okay.
saying, where you were saying, so basically,
Yeah.
I
So
think
basically,
you.
it's finding a coping mechanism
Mm,
for for your emotional well-being,
yes.
right? Um,
Mm,
so that you don't find yourself often falling apart. because
That's
then that
true. Or breaking down and stuff.
is, yes. Once you know
Mm.
what, when you feel a certain way, you can easily tackle it, you know. Uh,
Yes. Mm.
so uh, I can't remember, I read somewhere. That's why I'm so big on the coping mechanism thing, is because all this time I have been like that, but I didn't have a name for it. I didn't know what I was doing right, that I was able to
Yes.
so much, you know. And
Yes. Mm.
I was like, you need to find a coping mechanism. Do something.
Yes.
Because when it comes
Mm.
to emotional well-being, it is so easy to be consumed. And you just sit there and you sulk and you feel sorry for yourself. And that really, it just gets worse if you just let it go and not
Mm.
do anything about
Yeah,
it.
because then you can land up falling into depression and anxiety
Yeah,
and start having suicidal thoughts and all that, ne?
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So for me, that's really, it's finding a balance and finding a coping mechanism, because it's important, especially these days, not to be easily shaken by things that happen around you or to you. It's
That's
it's
so
it's
true. Because I'm looking at what's happening on social media every day.
yeah,
You'd be melting all the time. Imagine my meltdowns also by now in day. Oh my goodness. Yo,
yeah, yeah. So like,
so
yeah, that,
like definitely. I definitely agree that you need to find that balance. And I think it applies to mental and physical well-being as well.
yeah,
Because even like your mental well-being, I think for that, it's mainly, so what I always say is your emotions and your brain, it's like a garden. You have to
yeah,
forever nurture the plants, make sure you pluck out all the dirt and
yeah,
what, yabo, to make sure Uti, you keep it nice and fertile and make sure the things which are the plants that you want to grow in your garden actually grow. Because there's so many, social media is crazy. Like it's buzzing. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in our communities as a whole. And obviously you have a past, there's somewhere you've been to get where you are now. You have a present. We don't know what's happening in your world, but you need to understand that you have that, like the power, so to say,
yeah,
okay, fine, this and this I don't want in my life, so I can try and take it out.
yeah,
But this and this I want, so I'll try and grow in that, which can
yeah.
then be what you're saying, with you finding your coping mechanism for you specifically.
Yes. And like, there are also times where things happen and you have absolutely no control over them. What then? Like, if
Yes.
you can't handle the things that happen, that are self-inflicted maybe, or that happen right in front of you, what happens then when you encounter something that you have no control over? Do you get what I mean? So
Yes.
it's
Mm.
as if you really need to have, physically speaking, in your whole body, in
Mm-hmm.
any exercise, in any sports, what really needs to be strong is your core. So
Yo, I
I
know.
apply that with life as well. It's sort of, if
Mm.
over and above everything that you do, you need to make sure that you have a core and it is strong, because it is the one thing that keeps you strong, firm, and going.
Yes, definitely.
So I always say that. I always say your core needs to be strong. You need to be firm as a person. You need to be able to stand your ground. So because things
Mm.
happened and we don't know which side they came from, when they happen, and we find ourselves having to deal with things we're not prepared to deal with. So yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, we're never really fully prepared for any situation. You're never really fully prepared for any situation. But obviously, you need to try and like take it as it comes, basically. Take it
Yeah.
as it comes. And if you have that core, which is strong, you already will have a sense of
Yeah.
direction. You already have an idea was okay, fine. If maybe I go this route because I
Yeah.
know 1, 2, and 3, then this could be the result. Obviously, sometimes you don't, it's not the results that you wanted that you're going to get, but you had that sense of, you had that idea was, okay, fine, if I do this and this, then this is what would happen. What did you do to your lighting now? It's too dark. It's so dim.
These phones, I'm old school.
No, technology. You're young, child. You are so young. One hater. Like you're hurting. It looks nice, but it's just dim. Okay, I don't know what you did, hey? I don't know what you did. But I'll forgive. We can still see you.
Oh. Yeah, next time, guys.
No, but it's fine. We can still see you, so it's fine. It's not as dim as before, so it's okay. We'll move on. So now we're going to move on to your favorite part of this whole thing, which is fitness.
Yeah.
So let's define fitness in your world. If someone says, I'm fit, or I want to follow like a fitness routine or something along those lines, how do you define, what's your definition of fitness? What's your take?
Okay, so it depends on what your goal is, what your sport code is. So in my sport code, which is running, I can say I'm fit for a 5-kilometer run. I can say I'm fit for a 10-kilometer run. I can say I'm fit for half marathon. So it really depends on your goal. For other people, you get bodybuilders, they'll say they're fit. They're fit because they're ready for a competition. There are different kinds of fits for every sport code. So,
sport code, okay.
Generally speaking, if there's no sport code and you're a person that just goes to gym and you're just working on your body to look good, flex, all of that.
Summer's around the corner.
So what it really means is that you are at a place where you're happy with how you look at the moment because you've reached the goal that you had in mind when you went to gym. So there are different types of definitions. So there's not just one. For me though, I can say in my sport code, fitness is really dependent on whatever distance that you're preparing for. So we have something called PBs. So maybe
I don't know what that is.
So it's your best time. It's your best time, right? So if you're 5-kilometer, you're used to running for about 25 minutes, and now you're working on finishing in 23 minutes. So that's how you measure your level of fitness. It's really a game of constantly improving, basically. But then you get social runners, people who just run to keep fit. Those people, you can safely say they're fit because they just
because we're fit. We're fit. We're fit.
Yeah,
we're fine.
So definitely, if we were to speak technically in terms of your cardiovascular, what and all of that, we'd need biokinesics to assess those things. I mean, I know there's different heart rate levels to define whether you fit or not. There's different kind of level of exercises that you need to be able to do to define if you fit or not. So yeah, there's a lot to consider.
But I think overall, it's when you're at a point where if you're doing a sport, you feel you are prepared enough for that particular activity that you need to do for that specific sport. And if it's just a general thing, it's when you are at a point where you are happy with your body, you're happy with your appearance, and I think also how you feel about your body.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but because for some people it's not just physical appearance, but fitness. Like for example, for me, obviously I want to look good,
yeah,
but it's also about my emotional well-being. So when I run or when I go to the gym or when I exercise, it also helps to build my emotional
yeah.
well-being overall as a person. So I think it's all that like J
No, it
together.
is. It definitely is. A very typical example when I was still pregnant. Um,
Mhm.
one of one of the ladies at work, they didn't know. So when they saw, they're like, "Oh my word, I didn't even know that you're pregnant, whatever." So now, women, they will start wanting to discuss delivery and all of those things. And at the time, I was just like, I'm not ready to discuss this. But anyway, she went on. And one of the things that I
Mm,
like, she's a sports lady, she's a triathlete. And she says
mm,
to me, "But you'll do great." And then I'm like, "But what do you mean? I've never done this before." She's like, "No, you're an endurance person. You're a runner. You run long
yeah,
distance. Sure,
mm,
that has prepared you in some way mentally." So,
yes.
yeah, so because I mean, come to think of it, that kind of pain that we do over there is self-inflicted. We go there knowing very well that we somewhat are going to suffer a bit. Um,
Yes.
and then she says, "No, you're an endurance person. You should be able to get through
Mm,
this without any trouble at all." And it actually dawned on me that I've known that this whole time, because most of the time, when I go through things, tough times, I guess, I always refer to my training. Training is hard, but I keep going back there. I
I
keep going
know. You
there.
go back even when your muscles ache. Like
Yeah,
you ache the whole day, you can't walk, you can't do anything. But the following day you like, but
yeah.
it was fun. Let's go do it again. And then you go back.
I go back there because I have this vision for myself. I have this goal for myself, and I want to see it through. Same with life
Yes.
in general. I know
Yeah.
where I want to be, I know what I want. So I won't let a little obstacle now suddenly change my mind, or I must sulk and, dwell on things that I have no control over. So
Yes.
exercise in general, if you do it long enough, or if you endure long enough, you realize that
Mm,
it automatically grows into you mentally.
mm,
um,
yes.
you're able to keep going through things that you actually
Ooh,
thought
yeah,
you wouldn't be
you
able.
didn't think you would. Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So
Definitely.
for me, that's really one of the reasons why I've always loved exercise, like literally any form
Mm,
of exercise, because over
mm,
the years I've seen how it has improved me mentally and emotionally as a person.
mm. Yes,
So it's really
definitely.
something I love, and it's something that I treasure so much, because it offers more than what it actually looks. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't just
more than just the physical appearance.
yes. Well, I mean, that's a bonus. It's really a
I
bonus.
know, right?
Imagine running because you're stressed out. Um, or if it was possible, a doctor could prescribe and say, "Listen, you need to run for 30 days because
Mm,
mentally you're not well."
mm,
In your mind, you're doing this because mentally you're not well, not bearing in mind that there are other benefits going on at the background that you will end up loving at the end of the day,
so
and they are
powerful.
positive.
It's
You can,
so powerful. Yes.
so
Yes,
that
definitely.
has done for me. It's
Mm,
something I did because I was like, okay, let me do this because. And then later I
mm,
realized, oh, there is so much more that it does for me. And, you know, I've gone through so much over the
Actually,
years.
and before you even continue,
Yes,
Njala, because the next question is basically us walking through your fitness journey. I
yes,
think let's take a step back and let's start from the beginning, how it all started, when or where it all started, and what actually motivated you to start your fitness journey. Because I feel like you're giving us side notes of the fitness journey, and girl, we're getting there. I think let's just dig right into that. Because I think it's very interesting because I know for a fact that when I'm having a super stressed out day, if I go for a run, I come back feeling way lighter and
yes,
way better. And I
yes,
know there's so many other people out there like yourself who also use exercise and gym for emotional and mental well-being. And then obviously we then enjoy the perks of the physical appearance.
yes. um, as, as a young girl, I come from a home of a single mother, and I've always been, when it comes to my mother, I've always been a sheep. If the direction shows this way, this is the way I go. If the direction shows this way, this is where I go. So at a very early age, she sent me to dance school, ballroom and Latin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
that's what
nice.
so that's what I did throughout primary and high school. Literally, that was my routine every single day. And weekends, I wouldn't be at home. I'd be in a different city somewhere for competitions and everything. So
Yes.
now you can imagine all those years of constant exercise, constant routine, that's all the same and everything. When it eventually came
Mm.
to an end, I realized there's something wrong. There was literally something wrong with me. It was weird. I couldn't handle not being somewhere after school or something. I couldn't handle not
Mm.
being active.
Mm.
So I joined the gym,
Mm. Mm.
and it was something new for me. Literally, the gym was something new for me because I'm used to my
Yeah.
type of the dance floor, dance for 4 hours.
Yes.
Um, so I went to the gym, and I was like, okay. And I was lucky. There was this guy. I don't know if he liked me or what, but he helped me a lot. He showed me the ropes and weights and all of that thing.
Yes, girl. But your flex, like he didn't, you know.
So he showed me stuff, how to do weights, beginners and all of that. 30 days later, or like a month or two into it, but I'm like, what? I had things on my body, man. Hey,
Yeah, girl.
I'm like, what is this? But whatever it is, I love it. So
So I won't stop.
yes, I kept going. I was like, oh my word, I really love this. And, that's what I kept doing for like a number of years because I loved not for any specific reason. I wasn't looking into being a bodybuilder or something like that. So over the years, I kept doing that until about 2016.
Mm-hmm.
2016, I started seeing people running. You know, when you see people running, when you're like, I'm like, surely. But it was the same people over and over again. And, they'd say hi when they pass by. I would run, but literally like a kilometer or two at the most, just for, just to warm up the body. And then I'd start my training. And then I'm just like,
Yes.
why do these people do this? And like, they're dressed weird, man. Because, like, for me, Jim, you must be in your tights, man, and your nice
Yes,
vest.
girl.
Yeah, but runners, they be in their t-shirts and some tights or like long tights. And the t-shirt part used to get to me. I'm like, why do you train in a t-shirt? Does this even make sense? But anyway, it wasn't long after that someone came and said, no, you must come run with us. I'm like, It's fine. I'll pass.
Me, not
Yeah,
me.
I'll see you guys. But yeah, it's all good. Uh, really, one day I just decided, okay, because I need to get these guys off my back, because I don't know what they saw in me. They kept bugging me. So I'm like, you know what?
Mm,
Get these guys off my back. I'll go run with them, and then it's over and done with. That's what I did. I went for a run. Hardly 10 kilometers. It was like 5 or something, because I was like, no, I'm not trying to kill myself. And that was it.
mm,
But then I was like, no, man, this is not bad. It's something. It's
mm,
something I could get into. Um,
mm,
so I did those bits and pieces throughout the year. Those 5 kilometers,
mm,
or I'd go and not go.
mm,
Go. But quickly within that year, I was going through a lot,
mm,
and it was at night. I was so mad. I was so stressed out. I think it was well after 8, but at the time I was
mm.
living in a complex, so it was safe for me to run around the complex.
Right. Yes.
So I just went and put on my running shoes and everything, and I just went to run. I don't know how many kilometers I ran. Like I didn't. That wasn't the point. The point was that subconsciously, my brain knew that there's something I could do about the way I was feeling. And weird enough,
Mm,
I was running. And but I'm like, I don't even like running. But okay, let me go. So
yes.
um since that night,
Mm,
I have never looked back. And I can tell you now, I've found so much healing in running,
mm,
exercise,
yes.
than actually
Mm.
sitting down and talking to a person about my problems. Um,
Yeah. Well, I don't like talking about my problems because so me, ne, the reason why I go running sometimes and not talk to people is because I have trust issues. But that's just me.
yeah, understandably so.
Because
Understandably so.
mm,
And
but I get you. So now but now mm-hmm.
you grow a certain, it's almost, I don't know if I can call it a backbone. You, you,
I think it's that core you were talking about.
yes, it
You
becomes so,
grow it.
yes, you become so strong
Mm,
that over time you find
mm,
yourself being able to tackle so much more.
mm,
And like I said, it literally just happens. And it's
mm,
how it happens. The more
yeah.
you do it, the more
Mm,
your brain takes it in. And it's almost like
mm,
it's an added on function. On
yes.
So it's like you
Definitely.
build
Yes.
character by
Mm,
exercising, by running, by whatever it is that you're doing.
mm, definitely.
So
Definitely.
yeah.
And I think it also builds onto that coping mechanism you were talking about, Uguti. Sometimes you just need something that will work for you to
Yeah.
cope with whatever it is that you're going through, you know?
Yeah.
And you did say for some people it's different. It doesn't have to be running, it doesn't have to be exercising. It's just exercising is how you cope with everything. It's how you deal with your breakdowns and your meltdowns, basically. And obviously, you always come back feeling better.
Yeah.
You always come back feeling better,
I even
definitely.
I was like, what is it that makes a person feel good after exercise? And then I was like, they call it endorphins or something like that. It's a chemical reaction or whatever.
Yes,
Like, okay,
yes,
like a happy pill. So basically,
yes,
going exercising, it's a dose, really. So
yes.
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah. I think
really
that's also why people get addicted to exercising and they just can't stop. The minute you start, you just go on, because you realize that exercising can make you so much happy. Because what it does is, it's that chemical reaction. So your brain releases endorphins and it cuts out all that unnecessary stress
Yes.
hormones that would be running in your body or in your brain during the time when you were stressed out. So by the time you come back, we're done. Just balance everything. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
We're
And
good.
I'd rather be addicted
Definitely.
to that than anything, really.
Because it's an addiction that's not gonna kill you. And plus, as I said before, it gives us the physical benefits, guys. Who
Yeah.
doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Like, who does not want that? Who
Yeah.
doesn't? Who
Yeah.
doesn't? That's like it's really, really cool. I didn't, wow. Yeah. So what I'm going to say before we continue is that if there's anyone who wants to share with us their fitness journey or their wellness journey, or who's got any questions around fitness and wellness that we can answer, we'll be able to answer, guys, as we continue before they kill us. Let me see. How are we with time? Okay, so we need to start kind of wrapping up. So, but the next part is wrapping up actually. So we're going to discuss a few tips, so a few wellness and fitness tips that you can give to my viewers at home today.
Yeah. So basically, I always
So, how many
say,
are you going to give us, Dan?
mm,
How many tips are you going to give us, Dan, before you continue?
just a few, nothing much really, just the basics,
Okay, cool.
really, the
Okay, cool.
basics. So the basics are what you put in is what you get out. Be conscious of what you put in.
I feel that it hurts.
Oh, that's,
I felt that,
sorry,
Jasmine. Okay.
I'm sorry. That's the name of the game.
Mm.
That's the game. So be conscious of what you put in because it's exactly what you'll get out. And the thing with exercise, especially I know with most ladies, it is a thing where they exercise shame because they want to lose weight. Yes. However, if you exercise because you want to lose weight, you cannot eat more than you exercise. So yeah. So then it becomes pointless. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Does become pointless. So you want to, if you want to eat as much as you want, let it be the good food, at least.
Yes. I was about to say if you're exercising for losing weight or gaining weight, one of the two, you need to incorporate that into your diet as well. Because if, for example, you're gonna exercise every day of the month, but then when you wanna still go and eat ice cream and chocolates and cake
Yeah,
and fat goods and eat lots of meat and
yeah.
fried chips, what are you trying to achieve? It's like you like usibuyisela emumva basically.
So that's literally just the basics, like without even having to have a list of things. This is what you need to eat. This is what you can't eat, and blah blah
Mm,
blah. Really, all you need to do is be conscious of what you eat. It's as simple as that.
mm,
Put in is what you get out. Same as with
yes,
exercising. What you put in at the gym
mm,
is what you do get out at the end of the day. It's what's going to be
yes.
your result.
Okay. Okay. Got you. That's a tough one, but yeah. And the
Tough for
next
all of us.
one,
It's tough for all of us. Yes.
okay. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for the next one. Okay. We're listening. We're listening.
Okay. And then your greens, guys, they're important, eh? Like the greens are so important. You know what I do? Because I'm not a veggie person. I
Mm-hmm.
blend my I blend them. I do that at least 3 times a week. And then
Okay.
like I just drink them. Because then I know they're there. They're in the body. It's mission achieved. It's mission achieved. So, because like
Mm,
all
okay.
so much admin for me to eat veggies because I'm not a fan. Like having them in the plate and seeing them, it's not gonna happen. Nope.
Like, I man, where's the meat?
You
Where's the
know?
rest of the food?
Yeah. So what I do is I'll blend them. I'll put your spinach, your broccoli, your cucumbers, all the good antioxidants, as they put them. I'll put them in a blender, blend them, gulp it down. It's not the best of taste, but be quick about it and have your glass of
Just get the
lemon.
job done. Just get it done. Just get it done. Babe, that's the point. Get it
Yeah,
done and we're done.
yeah.
We're good.
And
Okay.
a nice warm cup, and that's it. If you do that at least 3 times a week, you're good to go.
Okay, cool.
Or
Okay, cool.
otherwise,
Actually,
that,
okay.
have them in your plates, decorate them, sis. Do your thing. But they're just as important because they also, the benefits are beautiful. Besides maintaining a healthy diet, you will start to see your skin glowing, you start to see your skin clearing, and so yeah, there's quite
I'm
a number.
taking notes of everything you're saying so I can add it.
Sorry?
No, you can continue. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So tip number 1 was we need to remember what you put in is what you're gonna get out, right? And then tip number 2 is when you need your greens. You need your greens, guys.
Yes.
Okay. And you said something very important. You said you must make sure you get in all those good antioxidant ones, ne?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, let's move on to tip number 3.
And then try. I know, like, for me, I've got the sweetest tooth. So try
I think you're about to
not.
break my heart, but I'm gonna listen anyways. Okay.
I know. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So try to be minimal when it comes to sugar. Sugar it's just the worst thing. It's the worst thing,
They
but
also say sugar and salt.
yeah, sugar and salt. But I think generally, we don't do intake on salt as we do on sugar.
Yeah, true.
Think about it. With sugar, there's cool drinks. We have our cakes, our muffins. We make tea. We make coffee. We have our fruit more than we should sometimes. So sugar, we have a higher intake than salt.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So, yeah,
That's a tough one.
You want to minimize a bit on the sugar.
The sugar, yeah.
I don't like giving advice on carbs because I'm a runner and like that's how I survive, by carbs. It depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to, obviously you need to cut down on your carbs. You can't obviously be having your rice and bread every day, you know. You can't be on like heavy food the whole time. Now the trick normally is to have your food in small portions. Have your food in small portions. It works on the brain. You're because you're constantly chewing, your brain is thinking, she's eating and she's getting full. And so what I'm like, I'll find myself sometimes having my supper twice. Like I'll have it, I'll eat it like maybe I'll be eating again at 7.
Okay, so you said you'll be eating first at what time?
Like maybe around 5 in the evening, and then I will finish off maybe around 7. So what happens is give your body enough time to process the food. as opposed to having
Yes.
a big meal and like
Mm,
so now all the calories are accumulated, everything is just twice as much, you feel
mm,
heavier, you know, all of those things,
mm,
heartburn and
mm,
everything that's unnecessary.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah, it also trains your stomach, if I can put it like that, to be able to handle smaller portions of food, so that
yes.
when you're hungry, you're not that hungry. Because what happens is we tend to starve ourselves, especially when we go on diets and stuff. And then by the time you need to
Mm,
eat, your brain has already counted you. You're going to have your lunch, and then you're going to buy pie after that, and then after that you're going to have a packet of biscuits, because you're so
mm,
hungry at the time. So what you want to do,
mm,
if you feel hungry, eat a portion of your food.
mm,
You will filled enough that in 3 hours time maybe you will want to eat again, but then it's
mm.
another
Then you
small.
take another small portion.
Yeah,
Yes.
so now it teaches your body, you are regulating your body, and also it plays a part in your metabolism. That's why we find ourselves having slower metabolism, because we're not regulated when it comes to eating our food.
Mm, mm,
So yeah.
definitely. Definitely. Got you. I got you on that one. Do you have another tip for us?
I can't think of anything right now. You see, the only issue
I
with
think.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the
No.
only issue now is that
Mm-hmm.
running is it's a different ball game altogether. Um,
Mm,
I it's almost like I don't. Yeah, I have to watch what I eat, but most of the work happens on the road. Irregardless of I eat or not, my weight, I will leave some of the calories on the road.
mm,
I will leave them there.
true.
That's why you find
Yes.
you get people who literally say, "I run so that I can eat whatever I want." It's possible.
True.
It's
True.
possible. You know, it's
True. Yes.
so
Mm.
depending on your goal. I know there's
That's
different.
one thing that's one thing you highlighted and you didn't include in your tips. I don't know why. You've been talking about setting goals and but you didn't include when you want to, you must have a goal, you know?
Yeah, you must, like, you must. So everything around exercise or whatever sport goes is eventually attached to the goal at hand. You know,
Yes.
if there's a goal,
Mm.
you're going to have a meal plan for
You
it.
have a plan, yes.
You're
Yes.
going to have a program for a training program for it. So the goals are
Mm.
different. You get, like, for instance, bodybuilders, they go on protein diets where they go
Mm.
for a number of just protein. They go on carb diet where they go for days eating carbs. They go on, when they want to cut their bodies, then they not eating any fat or carbs, you know. So
Mm.
there's really, but also I think if you want to talk generally, I know normally people want to maintain weight or lose weight.
Mm.
So
Mm.
obviously when you're maintaining weight, that's what I spoke about comes in. You regulate
Mm.
your habits. You
Mm.
Yes, you regulate your meal portions. You
Mm.
you are conscious of what you're eating. Um,
Mm. And
and
you're also conscious of what you're doing at the gym and what exercises are you
yes,
putting in and yes.
yeah. So if you're going to go to gym for 5 days and you're training your shoulders are going to be bigger than something is not going to balance there. So basically,
Mm.
the whole thing is to find a balance within your exercises and your eating plans. I'm trying to put this phone right. Are we there? Cool.
Are we good now?
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So what did you want to? Are we now touching base on my goals or what?
No. That's fine. No. That's fine. That's your personal life. I think I'll just run through the tips again. So the first one, let me let you sort out your phone first, and then we'll continue.
Okay, I'm gonna want to a bit. There we go.
Technology, no.
Oh, why are you like this?
Wingane, man, why? Wingane, no, why? Okay. So, anyways, let's just touch on the tips again. So we said tip number one, you must
Yeah,
remember, whatever you put in, it's what you're gonna get out. So that goes for the food that you eat. It goes
yeah,
for the amount of time you spend in the gym, and it also goes for what you're doing when you're going to the gym, you know. So
yeah,
whatever you put in, just remember it's what you're gonna get out, right? And then number two, you said we need to get our greens in. As hard as it sounds, but we need to get the greens in, and you said we need at least three portions, like three proper greens portions a week. And then
yeah.
you said they must be those nice antioxidant ones, name.
Yes. Yo, you
Great.
do what, guys? I wish people could understand, but yeah.
And then the third one was what did you say the third one was? Where's your points? What
Can't
was
you
your
watch?
third point? Oh, it was sugar.
Yes, sugar
It was
content.
sugar. Yes, you said we must reduce sugar, try and reduce sugar intake. Utalente commented, Utali, she said you can replace sugar with honey, like on your tea and coffee and I think cereals. Um, and basically I think that's like when you're trying to lower your sugar intake and then obviously you can then go without taking sugar at all on all those things if you can.
Because it's
Um, and
yeah,
mm,
it's not
and then I
easy.
think the last
Sugar.
can you repeat that?
It's not easy going from sugar to no sugar at all. So like
Yes.
radical. Yeah.
Definitely. And then the last one you said was, it's actually the one I said you were supposed to say a long time ago, which was goal setting, which is what Utali is also saying. You need to have a goal
Oh,
for whatever fitness journey or whatever wellness journey you're taking in life in general. You need to have goals because then
yes.
you'll know. Don't bullshit. The minute you have a goal, you're gonna have an action plan. The minute you have an action plan, you're gonna have a meal plan and program, training program. Yeah, but you're gonna know exactly what you need to do in
Yeah.
order for you to achieve that specific goal that you want to achieve. And then the last thing I wanted to add was consistency.
Yes. Girl.
And I think that goes with the first point, which is what you put in is what you're gonna get out. So if you are not consistent, obviously you are not gonna get the results that you want to get. But if you are, then you'll get there. You know, you'll get there. You
Yes.
get there.
Like another
Mhm.
noticed with people who want to get into the whole fitness exercising journey and whatever. A person will literally go to the gym for a week and
And
then
then
they have
so
all these excuses. They would, but I haven't seen anything. But this, but that. Guys, you can't complain. At least, the minimum period that you can start saying anything is at least after 6 to 8 weeks of constant training, of consistency. I always
yes.
said how the cycle works. I've worked out long enough to know, literally, this is how it works. You start the first 3 to 4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
you will feel the difference, and probably you
Mm.
will see it. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
then the next 3 weeks after that, you'll get one or two people that are going to say, oh, you've lost a bit of weight. Are you exercising? Are you doing that? So the cycle goes from
Yeah.
you feeling to you seeing it, and then other people will see it. That's
Yes.
the cycle of exercise all the time.
Mhm.
All the
Yes,
time.
definitely. And it makes
So
sense,
people,
actually. It
so,
makes
yeah.
so
So
much sense.
yeah, yeah. So you can't rush into
I think,
it.
mm, yeah, you can't. Give yourself
Yeah.
time. Be patient. Give yourself time
Mm-hmm.
and be patient. And I think just to wrap it up, we did touch on, so we're basically discussing both wellness and fitness and how it basically integrates. You
Yeah.
know, fitness is part of wellness because we did discuss at the beginning, Wuti, for you to be holistically well, you must be fit, so
Yeah.
you must be physically well, you must be mentally well, you
Yeah.
must be emotionally well,
Mm-hmm.
and you must be spiritually well.
Yeah.
And the most important thing I think
Yeah.
you said about that is that you must learn to build that core for yourself,
Yes.
for your well-being,
Yes.
so that you know, okay, fine, I have this. It's almost like building a template. I have this template which has everything that I need. So should anything happen, I know this is where I can kind of go to get an idea of what to do. Should you be going
Yeah.
through like an emotional what, or a physical breakdown, what, you kind of have an idea. This is my core. This is the core
Yeah.
me. This is the core of
Yeah.
my wellness. And basically,
Yes.
this is where I drew kind of like a sense of direction to
Yes.
move
Yes.
forward and actually to aspire and to have that um, wellness, I don't know, routine or whatever it is that you want to call it, for
Yeah.
your life as a whole, basically. Yes. But I think that's about it. We didn't have any questions. I think it's because it's a very broad topic, and obviously
Yeah.
everyone has a different opinion. So if there's any questions, I will hit you up, and obviously
Okay.
we'll answer those on the comments on the YouTube channel. Thank you so
Oh,
much, Nolu. I'm sorry for taking you away from baby, but
oh,
baby's
no,
gonna
it's
have to
fine.
understand.
Yeah. Same.
He's gonna
Yeah.
have to
Thank you
understand. Thank you so much,
so
babes.
much for
Awesomeness.
okay.
And yeah, enjoy the last bits of Women's Month.
You too. You too.
Thank you, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Mm. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you do enjoy the video on my YouTube channel. I will have it up. I'll try to have it up by later today. If not, because I'm having a bit of a hectic Saturday evening, I will have it up tomorrow morning. Bye.